All right. That's all I got to say about Jennie. We will not miss you on Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. You didn't bring anything anyway, honey. You didn't bring anything anyway. You didn't bring the storyline. You didn't bring fashions. You didn't bring reads. What? Why were you here? Jennie, Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. She is a first year on the franchise. Basically, I'm going to give you the clip notes because I'm not going to be pulling up all the receipts. There are 1,010,000 videos over here on the YouTube about it if you want to find out more. I just want to give my thoughts real quick. Jennie, apparently on her Facebook page, posted a lot of anti BLM, pro MAGA, and downright racist, no other way to say it, downright racist post on her Facebook in 2020, right around the time that all of the George Floyd things happened. She reposted a lot of just crazy. Some of the posts were straight crazy. I can't even read some of the posts on my stream tonight because it would get me flagged. That's how how crazy some of the posts were. Well, once the post got unearthed or whatever, people were very upset and calling for her to be fired from Bravo. Now, Bravo did not make a statement for it seemed like almost a full week. And then we were under the impression or under the understanding that Jennie was still filming because they are currently filming for the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City season 3 as we speak. So apparently she had been filming when this stuff had came out. Since then, she has been fired officially from Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, and Bravo did put out a statement. What made me want to talk about it was, one, I did not like the fact that it took Bravo as long as it did for them to put out a statement, because it seemed like they were trying to see how everybody else was going to react before saying something. Two, as far as Bravo goes, what kind of vetting process did y'all have for this type of rhetoric to have slid through? Did y'all research her Facebook page, or did y'all just not care because y'all thought that no one else would look? I don't understand. And then I want to talk about her response. Jennie then did a live stream on Instagram to address it. To address it. And what pissed me off, I'm gonna just call it thing. What pissed me off about the live was that she sat there, and instead of her talking, taking accountability, which honestly, I don't need your, like, me personally, I don't need your accountability. I don't need your apologies. None of it is sincere. It's only coming out because you're getting dragged on the internet. That's the only reason why you would apologize and say any of the things that you're saying anyway. Let's be real about it. But even with that, you get on live, and right next to you, you have your friend of many years, this random black guy. As if, look, I'm not racist. See, I have a black friend. He's speaking up on my behalf, and he's sitting there like, oh no. First of all, sir, who are you? How much did she pay you? Was she drinking tea when she talked to you to get you to come sit on this live? Because you can get dragged by your front teeth too. Okay? You should have left her out there to deal with the consequences of her actions. Because then she's going to sit up here and play in our face and talk about this was years ago, and she has a social media manager, but she takes responsibility. Number one, in 2020, you were not a housewife. So why did you have a social media manager for your personal Facebook page? Number two, this was not many years ago. This was 2020. It is 2022 January, which means it was a year and a half at Best. This ain't been 1999. I might could have forgave you for 1999, but 2020 to 2022, you have not changed your opinion. You have not learned anything, and the way that you have reacted to Mary on screen showed that. No, Jennie. You could have kept your apology. You could have kept your do boy that sat next to you. You could have kept your statement, and that's it. We didn't want to see you on our screen next season anyway, but it's solidified now. You know what I'm saying? Yes, Thick Girl, I talked about TK already. She begs to be thrown in the trash, and Bravo along with her. We need to watch our fave Bravo shows on the streaming network that won't give Bravo the views and ratings until they understand that we keep them going. We won't take them ignoring issues that affect us negatively. Well, you ain't got to say that to me because, honey, I ain't got cable. So they don't get my ratings no way, baby. I bootleg it. Oh, let me hush. I'm on the internet. Let me hush. But allegedly, I ain't got no cable, no way. So they ain't getting my views to begin with. they ain't, look, I ain't stopping their bag, and they dang sure ain't stopping mine. Maybe it was more that the sensitivity of the issue, they were speaking with their lawyers to make sure they reacted properly. But see, I'm not going to accept that, because last season when Kenya Moore was on Real Housewives of Atlanta and she wore a Native American costume for their Halloween episode, they literally put out a statement about it when Kenya started getting dragged about that. Bravo put out a statement about that the next day and not pulled the episode, but they started cutting her out of the scene. Like, if you go and rewatch the episode, like, you can't even see her in that costume in the scene. So if they could do that with Kenya last year, I don't want to hear any excuses as to why it took them so long to respond to Jennie. Yeah, they weren't going to fire her until we got into their but she was filming with them this season. Right. So it wasn't until people started saying something. You know what I'm saying? And I think that that's problematic. I just think that that's problematic, because what that says to me is that someone in Bravo probably had already seen that and didn't think it was that big of a deal. Her niece said she was willing to throw her own family under the bus for money so she could get zero ifs about anyone else. I remember that her niece was exposing her over there on the TikTok. That girl says, I want my 3 minutes back I took to watch that bull. Right. But I just want to talk about that because, Bravo, we see you, because I'm like, something about that ain't right. Something about the way they responded to that ain't right. I ain't even worried about her because, you know, people gonna be who they gonna be. Everybody, you know, I don't mind overt racists. Actually, I quite prefer them. I want to know where you stand so I can know how to maneuver and navigate around you. The ones that bother me are the ones but I have a black friend. But I'm down. But on the inside, they react how Jennie reacts. All right. That's all I got to say about Jennie. We will not miss you on Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. You didn't bring anything anyway, honey. You didn't bring anything anyway. You didn't bring a storyline. You didn't bring fashions. You didn't bring reads. Why were you here? No reason.